Let's go on a short hike as well as a mushroom forage. This is on Cougar Mountain or Pretzel Tree Loop, if anyone knows where that is. It's been a pretty good picking spot for me. Won't show you exactly where I go, but always going to be open about where I do find my mushrooms. As you can see, there's obviously been someone else here that has picked some. These obviously aren't edible or desirable. That's why they left them here. That's also why I'm showing you guys. This is a very, very known spot near a pretty metro area. So a lot of people come in and pick mushrooms here. Here is a good example on why I come to this spot, but we have two very mature pine trees. One of these is absolutely a Douglas fir, and the reason you want Douglas fir is because of mycorrhizal mushrooms. And this is definitely something new. I have not seen these trees all blown over and toppled. This is definitely, must have been some type of windstorm. Wow. Yeah, I've probably foraged here 20-30 times, never walked under a tree, so definitely new. I was here about a couple months ago, so must have been something going into this fall, just a real big windstorm. Oh, that is cool. Under here it looks like there's the start of some oyster mushrooms. I'm going to leave those ones because they're obviously very young. I want those to grow. Hopefully that is a meal for someone if those are oysters. And then, yeah, a little conch mushroom here. Also very young. Looks like it could be a red belted conch. It is difficult when these conchs are young. They're very white, so they still need to grow into form. And again, this tree is not here before, and these are massive trees. It's really upsetting to me, I guess, because this is the type of tree that grows with the mushrooms. Mycorrhizal mushroom, as I said. Those mushrooms actually grow off the roots of these Douglas fir, of these other evergreen trees. So when they get ripped up, this does allow for other mushrooms to grow, but mycorrhizal are really what I look for in this area. Oh yeah, a little brown woolly foot here. I know these are not edible, but people will use them to stain some cloth or towels and things like that because that stipe is such a dark color. But again, yeah, not edible. But yeah, I do find these quite a bit out here in the fall. Again, you can see it's growing on a dead log, so it's decomposing that log. So also an important part of the forest. Yeah, looks like an interesting mushroom under this branch here. It looks like a lepiota for now. Oh, well, try not to snap it when you come out here. It is cold today. I'll still be able to identify it, and you can see the white gills, and it's going to be some white spores because they're so clean. And yeah, it's definitely a lepiota there on the top. It did look like it had a kind of ring on the stipe, which is different. I want to come over and look, and yeah, I can't even see it after I broke it. That is okay. I was able to find a few more. These lepiotas do grow in groups. And yeah, as you can see, this one does have that ring right here on the stipe, so it is still a lepiota. So it's going to be poisonous or toxic. Definitely do not eat these. Know how to identify them. They are pretty popular here in the Northwest. And they're also very pretty. I enjoy looking at lepiotas. These two are actually very photogenic right next to each other. Probably going to use that for the cover photo of this video. Yeah, probably good grouping here. If these were edible, you'd have a full meal. And very interesting. You can see we have another lepiota here. It's pretty old. You can see the cap's pretty opened up. But then next to it's a very young mushroom. It hasn't opened up at all, and I'm actually gonna have a hard time identifying it at this age, so not sure. And now we're into a pretty good picking spot. Typically I find lobster mushrooms here, but as you can see this is actually a cracked bolete. So I'll pick it, give you guys a view of the underside. I've never actually eaten this mushroom. It's not really what I'm here for. I was looking for lobster mushrooms, which I saw the remnants of one, but nothing to actually pick. Yeah, classic bolete there. You can see with the yellow bottom, that's actually where it releases its spores through tubes. So it's much different than having gills with these bolete mushrooms. I was able to pick up from the base, so you can see it kind of turns or conveys over to one side. And then really the classic identifier for this is going to be the cracked top. No other real mushroom will do that other than these cracked boletes, which they're really known for it. Here we actually have some witch's butter, or the poor man's gumdrop. I've also never tried this, but it's said that the pioneers would actually chew on this and their way over the explorers making their way west. Very prolific mushroom here in Western Washington. It's a very strange texture as well. And these right here are just a few mycenas. Pretty cool, a white and a black one.